Hi, my name is Isaac, and recently I got stuck at an airport for hours with nothing to do. And to pass the time, I ended up playing this game with my sister, which involved talking to a ton of random people and trying to get them to trade stuff with us. So before I get into it, here's a little bit of context. So my family went to Florida for spring break. It was super awesome. We were there for about a week, and it was so much fun. But our story really starts on our last day there, when out of nowhere, our 7 p.m. flights back home to Chicago got canceled. Eventually, after freaking out for a little bit, my parents got us tickets for a flight that left at 9 p.m. to Houston, Texas. We would make a connecting flight there at like 11 or so, which would get us back to Midway Airport at like 3 in the morning. So this was gonna be a really long night. We got to the airport at like 6:15, and when we got through security at 6:30, we realized we probably wouldn't be catching an earlier flight. Almost every single flight on the departures board was red, meaning that they were all either delayed or canceled. So we got some food. The delays just kept getting longer and longer, and eventually it ended up being that we wouldn't make the connecting flight in Houston. So this time we would be flying to Indianapolis on a flight that left at 11. After that, we would get a rental car and drive 3 hours to Midway, pick up our own car, drop off the rental, and then finally get home at about 4 in the morning. Now we had a lot of time to kill. So we went around and bought some snacks.
Okay, we're here for our first video update. We're stocking up on snacks, so we are all good.
And my mom sent a video of us doing this to her friends, when one of them had an idea. My mom's friend said that we should try to trade different items with strangers, kind of like Ryan Trahan with his Penny series, starting with a stick of gum and seeing who could get the coolest item among us kids. I was up for it, and so was my sister Hannah. So we both got our sticks of gum and started. I was actually so nervous at first to just go up to someone and start talking to them like that. It's something I've done before, but I felt like by asking them to trade for something, I was, bothering them. I mustered up the confidence to ask a lady who looked nice enough, and she looked around in her bag and pulled out this little makeup wipe. Getting that first item took a lot of courage, but once I was over that first hill, it became a lot easier going up to people. Another lady gave me a packet of tissues, and while I was making progress, my sister was too. She got super lucky, and someone traded her lotion for her stick of gum, so she was already in the lead for the coolest item. I was really getting into a groove, getting my pitch down.
Oh, excuse me. Could I ask you guys something really quick? So I'm playing a game with my siblings. We're trying to trade something up in value, and I'm wondering, do you have anything? No? I get it. No worries, that's okay.
It was at this point that I talked to someone who would change the course of this game for me. There had been an older guy I had seen waiting just past the security checkpoint, and once I gave him my pitch, he started digging through his toiletries bag to see what items he could find for me. One of the things he dug out was a condom, and he asked me, half joking, half serious, if I wanted to trade him for it, and I was like, So after a little bit more searching, he pulled out a pair of nail clippers, and that was what I traded him for. So I thanked him, and once I walked away, these actually proved to be pretty difficult to trade.
I'm just stuck with nail clippers right now.
As if things couldn't get any worse for me, I looked down at my phone to see this.
I'm still stuck with the toenail clippers, and now Hannah got sunglasses. Some guy offered me $25 for these nail clippers, so I'm kind of stuck right now.
If you couldn't tell, I did not think I was going to get rid of these nail clippers. So I was super grateful when
I finally got rid of the nail clippers. I traded it for 2 pencils. The guys didn't think they really had anything that I would want. Gotta see what I can do with these now.
Now I could really make up for being behind, because Hannah had a set of watercolor paints now. I really needed something big. I just needed to find the right people to help me.
No freaking way. The curse has been lifted. I got myself a party-sized bag of Lay's Wavy Originals, and I am feeling good. This is crazy. The group of kids I talked to, they had to be in college. They were so nice. I'd seen them walking back and forth, but I didn't expect this to go so well.
They told me, oh yeah, we're probably not gonna eat these. You can have them. They were seriously some of the nicest people I've ever talked to. This game started being really fun at this point too, because my sister and I had talked to a lot of the people in the airport now, and some of them that we had traded with were checking back in on us every so often. The old guy I got the nail clippers from was really cool too, and I went back up to him once I had the chips.
I realized I never asked, what was your name?
Clark.
Clark? I'm Isaac.
Isaac.
Nice to meet you.
He told me his name was Clark, and we talked for a little bit about some of the funny encounters I'd had. But while I was making friends, Hannah was putting in work. She traded her paint for sour strips, then those for Chex Mix and fruit snacks. Then she traded the fruit snacks for a pair of slippers, and the Chex Mix for a muffin, and then that for Cheetos. Despite all of the trades that she had made, I was still content with my big bag of chips.
I'm realizing it's kind of hard to get someone who's willing to give something away that's better than a bag of chips.
So with our final items locked in at about 11:15, our flight boarded and we got on the plane back home. Well, to Indianapolis, because we still had a long night ahead of us. We landed in Indianapolis at 1:30, got the rental car, got to Midway at 4:30, picked up our car, and then got home at 5. And once we finally got home, we collapsed into our beds, and we didn't wake up until... Looking back on that experience, it definitely would have been easier if everything had gone to plan, but I'm really glad things went the way they did. While I'm sure my dad didn't like having to drive those 3 hours back in the middle of the night,
No freaking way.
it was super fun to meet all those people and really just put myself out there like that.
I didn't expect this to go so well.
But that's it from me. So, with all that said, I hope you liked the video, I hope you'll stick around, and thanks for watching.